So take it away.
Okay.
All right.
So I am Phantom,
I'm Moonblaze Wolf, or Blaze.
and we're gonna go through Super Mario RPG Remake for the Switch. I'm just gonna start, and then we can talk about the game.
Sounds like a good plan.
So, you will notice that this is on Breezy. This is the quote-unquote easy difficulty. Time will start when I hit A here, and I'll give a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go.
So, here we are. Welcome to Super Mario RPG version 2023.
Yeah, we have some very nice cutscenes.
Yep. So the game does start off with a couple minute unskippable cutscene, but you know what? It's a good time to talk about the game and talk about the run a little bit. So
Yep. I am using a turbo controller. This is allowed on the leaderboards and is very nice, very comfortable.
it is very nice. I also run the Breezy Turbo category myself, and it's, yeah. For anybody who tried the speedrun or is familiar with the speedrun on the SNES, I will say the Switch version at a minimum is much more accessible and much more approachable because of the Breezy mode and because of the Turbo being allowed. And there's a lot of other stuff that we'll talk about, but the other thing is there's just a lot less glitches in the run too, so...
For better or worse.
Yeah.
It does mean we get to use a lot of Mallow.
Yeah, Mallow is the MVP of this run, without a doubt. So we'll get to Mallow in a little bit here. So if you are not familiar with the original game, it starts out like basically every Mario game, which is that Princess Peach gets kidnapped and Mario has to go rescue her from Bowser's Keep. So here we are.
So we have 2 Terrapins. It really doesn't matter if you block these.
Yeah. Blocking and other things will matter quite a bit more pretty much right after this sequence, but for this part you get to enjoy it while you can, where you don't have to worry about your timed hits.
Yep.
That is kind of the claim to fame with this game. It is really the first RPG that had a timed hit mechanic, and the timed hit mechanic, I would say, is probably even more important in the Switch remake because of something called Chain that we'll talk about in a little bit. But basically, Phantom, on attacks and blocks with most attacks, is going to be trying to do a button press, like, basically on the point of impact or on the point of defense. So, and it matters. So, for example, Phantom did a time jump on this... I keep wanting to say Kink Link, but it's called a Chandelier now. There's also a bunch of name updates that we'll get to see as we go through the run. But that's the first instance of... well, 2 things, really. So Breezy being a little bit faster than the normal difficulty of the game, and then also timed hits mattering, because if you do an untimed jump on that, you will not defeat the Chandelier. And also, in normal difficulty, you have to do 2 jumps on it no matter what, because there's, I think it's a 10% difference in hit points.
Hit points and a couple other stats.
Yep. But I will tell you, anybody who tells you Breezy mode is easy, they're like, it is not true, and the main reason because everything on the overworld is exactly the same. It only impacts a few things, mainly in combat. So,
Yeah, most of the difficulty in this game, for the speedrun at least, comes from overworld movement, because battles are pre-scripted effectively. We know what we're gonna do. We know what the enemy's gonna do. We just have to execute.
Yeah, this game doesn't really roll damage. Damage is exactly the same under every circumstance. So you can really math this game out, which is part of the fun, honestly. So,
yeah, all magic attacks, which are going to be primarily what we're using, and that includes jump is a magic attack. Pre-calculated based on stats and no randomness whatsoever.
Yep. And the jump, for anybody kind of familiar with the game or how the game originally functioned on the Super Nintendo, there is also a jump counter. So as Phantom does more jump attacks, they will actually power up Mario's jump.
Yep. It is very noticeable when you're doing math for the fights. My notes at least have a jump counter next to every single time I do jump.
Yeah.
An RPG run with math, who would have thought?
We know. Sorry, math haters.
Yeah, so this is Toad. He is the only Toad.
There are many like him, but this one is Toad.
Yep.
One of the funny things, so in the original, there's like a save tutorial and a few other things here. Saving in this game is pretty much completely optional because it does have an autosave mechanic, so it's kind of nice that way. Also, from a safety perspective, that's another thing that does make the run a little bit more accessible as well, I would say.
Yeah, I will never be jumping intentionally on a save block. There is one spot I might go for a jump just to like show it off, but it is kind of difficult.
Yeah, there's a fun trick. We'll see if we end up doing it. But yeah, there's I guess what I would say. So we did mention earlier, there's no real glitches in this game. There's a couple cool tricks you can do, and I'm sure Phantom's gonna try at least a couple of them.
There are a couple fancy jumps that save a few seconds.
Yep, and they look really. You're doing it for the swag, more than the time save. But there's a little bit of time save to be had there. And there's one, there's the whole super jump thing. So if anybody, kind of knows about that, yes, super jumps will also come into play, although not nearly as much, again, as in the SNES version. So
we only do super jumps intentionally on one fight, and that's Johnny, the same as on SNES.
Yep.
The way that my route is written, you optimally do not need more than 43 jumps. We'll see if I can do it.
We'll see if you accidentally get 100.
Yeah, 43 is a lot less than 100. I don't know math very well, though.
Yeah, it saves, on that fight alone, saves about a minute versus doing 100.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll talk about the super jumps a bit more as the run goes on, as we're getting closer to that point, just because this game is sort of iconic for super jumps.
And we'll have plenty of time in the segment before that.
Yes, yep. So, one interesting thing to note kind of right now is Phantom did grab some coins out of that first screen right there before we get into this first boss fight with the Hammer Brothers. Flower items in the Switch version are no longer sellable, so... in the original SNES route and speedrun, there's a lot more money flying around because you can just sell all of the flower items that you get for quite a bit of money. We cannot sell them in this game, so a little bit of push and pull there. Money is a little tighter. However, we don't have to care about flower points as much throughout the course of the run, which is also very nice, I would say. So.
Yeah. Notably, the Booster Hill minigame, we don't really care.
Yeah.
It's nice to get the flower points, but we don't technically need them.
Yeah. We also don't need this hammer that we just got, but hey, we got it anyway, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll get equipped to Mario eventually. Mm-hmm. Just because the menuing works out faster.
Yeah.
So, gonna go on a little shopping trip. Very brief. That's fine.
So we got the jump shoes, a little bit extra jump power, and we got a honey syrup, and we
took a screenshot.
took a picture to commemorate it. Yeah.
Yeah. The turbo button is very close to the screenshot and home menu button. We'll see if I hit the home menu button at all.
That happens to me too.
Toad, please.
All right. So that is our first frog coin of the run. Unlike in the SNES version, if you miss it here in the Switch version, you can actually come back and get it later, which is really nice.
Yep.
That frog coin is notorious for kind of spoiling completionist playthroughs of the SNES version because it's only accessible in that cutscene.
Yep.
And the game also doesn't tell you about either frog coins or hidden chests before you get there. So.
Yeah, it is no longer permanently missable. There's 2 times where you can run up there with Toad, and then you can just come in later, and there's a Toad outside anyway.
But not the Toad. It's a different Toad.
Yeah.
Because there's only one Toad.
The Toad has a blue jacket.
And we're getting some of the classic SMRPG pantomiming here with Mario being the silent protagonist, but being very expressive and sort of explaining what has happened here.
Yep. Very notable for... I guess most people wouldn't know this because most people, even if they do run this game, don't use Turbo. But I am buffering this menu.
Yep, that is not. You can just hold down. I think pretty much every tutorial that you need to worry about not entering on accident, you can just skip by holding down and continuing to holding your Turbo button, which is great. So
very, very automatic.
Yep. We can get some free stuff, but we don't really care. And this is our first of the kind of updated kind of FMV style cutscenes where we get introduced to a new character. And this is typically how we get introduced to our new characters. So this is Mallow and also Croco, who is a crocodile in a hat, in a top hat. Just, you know, go with it.
Yeah, these cutscenes are unskippable, which they're not too long, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But it is notable when you've seen it, 100 times.
I still root for Mallow to make that jump, but yeah, he's never gonna make it. So, but yeah, again, MVP of the run right here, about to have a little meltdown, but
yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah,
we love you, Mallow.
We'll talk a little bit about why Mallow is important when we have talk about Chain, but just know that he is in almost every single fight in this run, versus on Super Nintendo where he gets replaced by Peach immediately.
Yep.
And then this is the first of many times where someone doesn't believe it's Mario until he jumps.
Yep.
I guess something very minor worth noting is the movement in this game is locked 8 directions. So even though I don't have notches on this controller, it's not that big of a deal to just hit effectively notch angles.
Yeah. I will say for myself, I still use D-pad when I run this game, which works for me, but you do have the option to use analog as well, and it's pretty responsive. It's a lot of times I'll kind of accidentally grab my analog stick, and it's not a big deal, so...
Yeah, we also run by default, whereas on Super Nintendo you do have to hold a button to run.
Yep.
You can change that in the options, but I personally don't.
No. And if you want to relive the SNES experience, you can change it and then have to hold down a button for the entire run to actually run. So, but yeah, so we're gonna get Mallow's coin back. Maybe we shouldn't tell Mallow that we caught one ourselves in the castle, and we can just give him that one. But
no, but his is special.
It's true. Yeah, it's his grandpa's coin.
Can I butt in real quick with a short announcement?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a new bid war open that is to name the Drober that we use in Pokemon White 2. I know Twitch Chat loves Pokemon, so if you want to do a little bit of exclamation donate, you can absolutely get in your favorite names for that.
I'm currently babysitting a Pokemon during the run because this run is very long, and you cannot leave your Pokemon unsupervised during a speed run. So
it's very true.
Yep.
We'll see if I encounter this Spiny because he is very rude.
Yeah, this is one of the interesting things about this game. Nicely done. All that kind of stuff is the stuff that just looks really easy, but you you hit that Spiny 1 out of 10 times while you're just practicing because this game is really hard. And now we're counting dogs.
That's
okay.
fine.
Those last 2 at the end definitely that was good. So I don't know, what's your minimum number that you like to get there?
I like to get 14 or 15, so I'm technically short, but it's not that big of a deal.
Okay.
I had a practice run where I only got like 12, and it still worked out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's this early on you don't get that much XP. For those XP stars, so you can kind of make it up just by doing a random encounter later if you have to.
Yeah.
We also have to tag Croco 3 times from behind here. Looks like you're getting a...
Oh, he went...
You almost, yeah. This is a bit of RNG, and unfortunately, there you go. Nicely done.
Yeah.
But,
so if he goes up, down, basically, it's
Yeah.
very fast. And it looked like that's what he was going to do.
Yeah, and you actually have to have pretty good movement to tag him on that first one. If you kind of bonk or clip onto anything, you can actually just fail the first attempt, which is unfortunate. So, all right, so we're doing some time blocks here.
So notably, if I had 18 dogs, Mallow would only have to attack once here. That's the only difference that makes.
Because Mallow would have leveled at that point, so...
Yep.
Yeah, this fight is mostly jumping in time blocks, and then Mallow is going to throw that one honey syrup that we bought from the shop so that Mario can keep jumping.
And the fight's basically over.
Yep.
I'm pretty familiar with the original, and I'm just hearing the music in this game for the first time, and it's so good.
Yeah, this so the Switch version has a rearranged soundtrack that was still done by Yoko Shimomura, and it is so good. It is chef's kiss. 10 out of 10. The original soundtrack is amazing. The redone soundtrack is also amazing. So
Yeah, it's just amazing plus, honestly.
yeah, like there's some of those tracks where something was added that just it's like so perfect, like it should have been there all along, or you can sort of envision it being there all along. Oh, we got a very important yeah, what did you just do?
So I just map warped.
Yes.
Let's go in here.
Yeah.
So that is new in Remake, and it makes traveling very, very efficient.
Yep. Well, Phantom is doing some shopping here. So you kind of have two options. You can teleport back to any area that you have already been to. So in this case, Phantom map warped back to Mushroom Kingdom because we were already here. And then we also have an option just to warp to the world map, which is very helpful in other situations. We've done a good amount of digging into like when new locations open up, and it turns out that there are some locations that will open up before you finish the cutscene or like leave the area that you would think would lead to that next one. So there's some interesting options with map warping that opens up. So here's a first example of a pretty major divergence from the SNES run as well. So in the SNES run, you can actually skip this entire boss fight by doing a skip called the max skip. And you cannot do the max skip in the Switch remake, although there is a little... You can actually skip a little bit of the dialogue if you get behind the wall of Shy Guys there, like Phantom did. But we do have to actually do this fight with Clay Morton, so... it is not that bad of a fight. Just do time jumps and time thunderbolts, and usually works out just fine, so...
Yep. Got good RNG. The worst thing he can do is flame wall twice.
Yes.
And that would kill you. But he did not use flame wall. And fight.
That was a perfect fight. Well done.
So we're using jumps and thunderbolts, but you notice we have 26 chain right now. It only matters up to 5. So what chain is doing is every chain from 1 to 5 gives a multiplier based on our party members. And because Mallow is in the party, that gives us a magic attack boost. And Jump and Thunderbolt are both magic attacks.
Yep.
And that attack boost is not small.
It is not.
It is around 25% for a max chain of 5 or higher.
Yep. So a lot of the rest of the run, you want to keep that chain up, and you miss one timed hit or time block and you will lose your chain. There are some moments where it doesn't matter quite so much. There are some moments where if you lose chain, it is absolutely brutal. So, but the optimal way to do the run is to never drop chain. So we'll, that's a high bar. Like I don't think that is not a realistic goal, but we'll see how that all goes. So.
Yeah, the fastest way to do the speedrun is to not mess up. You heard it here, folks.
Hard to believe, I know, right? So
yeah, I don't know if anyone has ever done a full run without dropping chain that wasn't like a challenge run.
Yeah.
A lot of attacks that you need to block are fairly difficult to block, especially later on. And a lot of action commands that we're doing are, well, most of them are like 7-ish frames, I feel.
One other thing about the time blocks as well is any single target magic attack you can now also do a time block on.
Yep.
So, and that is a big difference from the SNES version where you could generally not block a magic attack for the most part. So
yeah, notably Krako's bomb attack. He did it once. That is a magic attack, and that is not blockable on SNES.
Yep.
In fact, it's a good way for SNES runs to die.
Yeah. All right, so now we're in the sewers, and this is kind of an area of the run that has developed quite a bit since this game came out. It was really funny being there on day one and just sort of watching people jump in and be like, I'm just going to do what works on the Super Nintendo, and there was a lot more that was done here for a variety of reasons. And now we just go right to the boss, and we don't really care about any of that, so...
Yeah, there is a skip I could have tried to do, but it involves running away from a boo.
Yeah.
It's not very consistent.
Yeah.
And this, how do you pronounce this boss?
Belome.
Okay, it's same as me. I also say Belome. I've heard people say below me.
Like the sandwich meat.
Yes.
Yes. Also, I appreciate that this boss. I feel like this boss actually makes sense in the Switch remake because it's like the way Belome looks in the SNES version. You can kind of get a sense for what they're going for, but it also just it seems like a little bit more than the pixels could handle at the time, and you can clearly tell here that they're just going for a cat dog, four-eyed monster thing, right? Like,
Right.
It all makes sense, right? You know,
Yeah.
perfect. It's a Belome. Come on.
What else would it be?
And it is state mallow. It's delicious.
I just want to button real quick and say, we've been looking at chat. We saw that we got a couple of pretty big raids. We just want to remind everyone that we are at Speedfest. We're raising money for P Fund's Transcend campaign. There's a lot more there, but I don't want to deject too much. I just want everyone to do !donate in the chat, please. We have some incentives. We have some bid wars. We just opened a bid war for the durable name in Pokemon White 2, and we also have an incentive open for fighting Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 2 later on tonight.
It would be really cool. This is a nice cozy run, by the way. So, you know, kind of settle in, enjoy some time with one of the classic, even though it's a remake, one of the classic RPGs of all time. And I think we can probably hit 4,000 by the end of this run if everybody just finds a good incentive that they want to donate for, and, you know, just chip in a little bit if you have it available. And, you know, let's see what we can do together for P Fund. It's a great charity. So
Yeah, we're so close to 4K. I'm positive we can do it by the end of the night. Yeah. Even by the end of the run, I'll be so real.
Oh, for sure, yep. And now we're doing the river course. So this is kind of like part one.
I am counting
Okay.
in my head.
Okay. There's a reason. We'll maybe get to it at the end.
Yeah, we'll see if I do what I'm supposed to do. Or if not, I'll get an extra text box.
Shame. The text box of shame. But you're also grabbing all of these frog coins.
Yep.
There's a lot of... I shouldn't say there's a lot. There is one extremely, extremely important item that we need to buy with frog coins, and then there's a bunch of kind of like specific support items that we need for, you know, just like a fight or two, or sort of like the end game. But yeah, we do need quite a large number of frog coins early on in the run here, so that we are ready to go when it is time to cash them in.
Yeah, I do buy some extra things in the end game for safety reasons, which does mean that the end fights are very safe.
No drama.
No drama. Smithy will probably die.
Spoiler alert, Smithy dies at the end.
Usually.
But yeah, we're just we're barrel jumping here. We're dodging fishes. The ooh,
Oh. That was the rude fish.
I didn't want to mention. I didn't want to speak the rude fish's. I didn't want to acknowledge the rude fish's existence. But yeah, then that happened. So we're okay.
Yeah. There's plenty of extra coins in this river.
Yeah. And there's a lot of fish in the sea, a lot of coins in the river, as you know, as they say. So
I'm gonna guess 65.
okay.
62.
Okay. So the magic number that Phantom was going for was 60, because then you don't have any extra coins, and you don't get that text box where the toad says, "I'll hold your extra coins."
Yep.
So
Saves frames.
You got to go for all the time save. It's a speed run.
That is true.
Yep.
Including all of the RNG.
Yeah. All right, so we got a nice cutscene here where we get to Tadpole Pond. The Tadpole Pond, the tadpoles look so good in the remake. They're
They
like
do.
one of my favorite things.
Yeah, very notably, we do have a very long stretch here This is a good time for people to get in donations.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have any right now. I'm looking at you, Twitch chat. And also you in the audience. I can say that now. Wow. But absolutely do exclamation in the Twitch chat. Or if you're in person or you want to do Twitch commands, you can do donate.mwsf.gg in your search bar, and you should get taken to our donate page. And a reminder that there is a button near the bottom that says add incentive. You can click that, pick your incentive, put how much you want towards it. You can click multiple if you want. And then click add incentives, and then when you donate, your money will go to whatever you chose. It's going to be so cool if you do that.
Yeah, look away for a bit if you don't want spoilers. Just this part. This is the only part that's spoilery.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, we're just talking to the Frog Sage.
Yep.
Got some platforming coming up after. More cutscenes.
Yep. This game is very linear. It's not a lot of back and forth, particularly.
I forgot to hold down.
Well, good thing you didn't get the recap.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the next boss, on my splits, this segment for Bowyer is like 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's a long... There's a lot of story and cutscenes and just kind of inconsequential areas, I would say. I don't want to call them filler areas or anything, but... What is Roseway? Let's,
20 coins?
Yeah. Get to see Bowser again.
Yeah.
Yeah. In case you can't tell, I'm a kind of a big Bowser fan, so...
So, map warping into the place that I'm already at to skip jumping across the tadpoles.
Totally worth it. Yeah, and Phantom bought an Energizer there. That's going to be an attack boost on one character, which freebies in this game are a little bit different than in the SNES
true.
version as well. But you can always freebie something. In the SNES version, there are kind of like special items that you can't freebie as much, but everything in the remake is 33% chance to freebie, so...
Yeah, very strong and actually very good odds.
Yep. We'll take those odds.
Especially when I'm trying to get around, I don't know, 4 or 5 freebies on certain items.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely don't need these coins.
You might, though. You never know.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Never know how that minecart ride's gonna go.
Yeah. Hopefully I don't miss the jump.
Mm.
Yeah, so this is Bowser's army. Surely nothing will happen to it.
They have such a good leader. He's
Yep.
so charismatic. I would fight for him. I don't know what the Goomba's power is. It looks maybe like the power of love. Like,
Well,
I understand punching, I understand fireballs.
Yeah.
And then there's like pink lights.
It is worth noting that Goombalina in Monstro Town has children.
That's true. So here, yeah. So what we just did, Phantom did here another example. Like after that cutscene's over, you can just go back to the world map, and the way to Rosetown will be open.
Yep.
You don't actually have to run out of that area. It saves like half a second to do the map warp instead. But hey, we like time save, especially in a game with no glitches anymore. So
Yeah, so we're getting some flowers here also. I think these are the first flowers we pick up,
yeah.
other than the items.
Can I butt in real quick with a donation?
Yeah, go for it.
We have a $10 donation from Leno saying, "Why do I suddenly hear boss music?" That was put towards fighting Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 2 later on tonight.
Ooh.
And we are 80 out of 250 on that, which means there is $170 left on that incentive.
Okay. I'll get us most of the way to 4K.
Yeah.
So this is my least favorite cutscene in this game.
I have not had it happen.
Okay. I won't. I'll talk about it afterwards then. It's probably a me problem.
Yeah, I have personally never seen it, but I have seen it happen to other people.
And I want you to know, as I was reading that donation, we literally just got another one and I had to figure out all of my math over again.
Stop making Limey do math, everybody. Or don't. I don't care.
keep making me do math for if you donate anyways. We have a $25 donation from Buffoon with zeros for the O's. Hello, Phantom and Blaze. Hugh, 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 hugh. Hugh, 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 hugh. Yeah, you get the point.
All right, we're good.
Yeah. Okay, I just had to make sure it started. So I must have like the I don't know what it is. So the turbo in this game is so great because it keeps your wrist from getting destroyed. For whatever reason, certain people, if you turbo through that like the end part of that cutscene too hard, your game will just like hard crash, and it's really uncomfortable when it happens. You have to load your autosave and basically go back through that entire sequence where you go into the inn. But yeah, apparently Phantom doesn't have that problem.
I've
so
never had
you
it
are
happen.
blessed with having a you have a non-crashing copy of the game. So
Yeah, I've seen it happen to Void, Monado, JCog, and I think Justin.
that's good company. I always like to be included in a list with names like that. That's great. Yep. So.
I didn't know this game doesn't crash, honestly.
It's like the first Switch game I've ever seen crash. Like it is.
Oh, you didn't play Xenoblade 2 for
Okay.
30 hours at a time?
You didn't look at games on the eShop that are like $1.
Yeah, I tend to. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I just want to mention real quick that we are $2 off, literally $2 off of getting to 3,800, which is most of the way to 4,000. And if we finish this Fight Sephiroth incentive, we're going to be $50 off.
Math.
Yeah, so you can't move during this cutscene. I know every time I watch Bep do SNES speedruns, they run around a lot around this toad as she's talking.
But you can warp to the world map again as soon as they get to a certain point in their conversation, and then guess what? You can go to the forest maze. You don't have to run out the door and load that zone and all that good stuff. So, all right, so we're finally to the next area that has like a boss fight and things of consequence. So,
You will notice that I did not jump on that Wiggler. If you watch SNES speedruns, you know that Wiggler jumps are a thing. If you jump on that Wiggler 10 times in a row without touching the ground, you do get a frog coin. Luckily, I don't need those. I have plenty of other frog coins throughout the entire run.
yep. And just to be clear, you can still do that in the Switch version. It's just miserable.
Yep. It saves very, very little time.
Yeah, and there are some other frog coins that we can actually get in the Switch version that, because of things like map warping, they are not nearly as the difference in time between getting those frog coins versus doing Wiggler jumps. On the whole, if you don't screw up a Wiggler jump, I believe it is still faster to do Wiggler jumps.
Yeah.
But if you mess up once, it's basically even at that point, and Wiggler jumps are hard, as previously mentioned. So
You do also need good RNG on where the Wiggler goes at the beginning.
yes, that too.
So he went up for me, which means that I would not have had the best possible Wiggler RNG.
Yeah.
And these screens are also RNG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Attack bees. All right.
Cool.
Okay.
We're good.
You do have, I will say, in Breezy, you also do have a slightly better chance to run away, which is
Yep.
nice.
Very, very small chance better.
Yep.
But it is still very good to have.
Yep.
This is a rude formation.
Yeah, it's like, oh, he wants to go that way. We'll just put all the monsters in front of that path.
Alright.
All right. This is one of the few rooms that's also a little bit different in the Switch version. This is actually like the other half of the room that you go into before you start chasing Geno through the forest maze. But then you kind of end the forest maze and you immediately spawn into the boss arena. So I kind of understand why they split it up like this. Gives you a chance to like know that maybe something else is coming, and
Yep.
you can heal up and stuff like that if you need to. So
And it also puts the save block closer for convenience.
yeah. Although you just auto-saved when you...
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I appreciate that they still consider saves blocks a thing, but they're very, very, very cosmetic and, like, more tradition. It's tradition, you know?
Yeah.
It's tradition, mostly. So here we have Bowyer. If you're not picking up on the theme yet, all of the enemies in this game are like mutant versions of certain weapons. So we had Clay Morton, who was a Mac knife, and now we have Bowyer, who is a bow.
Yep. This fight also acts as a tutorial.
Yep.
Notably, Clay Morton kind of did. He was stunned by Thunderbolt, but he is the only enemy that ever gets stunned, so...
Yeah. You know, I never even thought of that as a tutorial, but you're right. But yeah, we're going to get a much more important tutorial in this fight.
Yeah, very, very important mechanic here.
Yep. You might have been wondering, as Phantom's been going on, there's this meter with a percentage in it in the bottom left of the screen that we haven't talked about yet, and that will be the thing that we sort of get to talk about now. So
after we Geno Beam Bowyer 6 times. Or 5, I forget. I just look at my FP.
Yeah. Very important for this fight, though, is we're doing a very specific sequence, or I say we like I'm doing the fight right now. Phantom is doing a very specific sequence of attacks. Basically, that first round before these buttons drop, you only want to do a Geno Beam and the Energizer, and then now Phantom is only going to do Geno Beam. Because if you do anything else, he will lock something else, and he will also do attacks that you do not want him to do. Yep. So we're basically manipulating the boss's RNG by doing Geno Beam, defend now.
And these blocks are very, very important.
Yes, they are.
Because we need the damage from chain for this fight to work.
On that note, I'm going to let you focus on that last important block.
Yeah, this is the last block. Okay, that's fine.
You don't have to get a perfect block to keep your chain, thankfully. You just have to get it within that window, so...
Yep. It's
right.
generous, but in other fights, the health will matter a little bit more.
Yep.
So this is our tutorial, and this is the only... This ability is skippable, and we will be skipping it every other time. However, not this one.
So if you want to enjoy... So this is Star Riders, The More You Know, is what I like to call it. But yeah, enjoy this triple tech attack animation, because it's the only one that Phantom is going to show us during the run. But each trio of characters has a unique triple tech, and they're all very cool. So
I feel like there's people watching at home right now who don't know what you're talking about. And that hurts just a little bit.
Yeah, so those triple moves do a lot of damage. They, interestingly enough, they may look like magic attacks, but they are physical. They scale off of your party members' physical attacks and weapons, which is noteworthy mostly when you're doing damage calculations. But we got the first, well, second star piece.
we also get to learn a little bit more about Geno here in this cutscene. But yeah, I mean, we're not going to really be talking much about the story or the cutscenes. But we're collecting stars, and this game is so funny still. They really pretty much kept the original script with a few subtle changes from the original, and it has a particular brand of humor that is just timeless in my opinion, and it's such a funny game through and through. So
yeah, this next area I'm going to, actually, you would never do this on Super Nintendo.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I do very much like the movement in this room, but it is very hard.
Yep. And that is the well, it's the warp pipe, but I'm trying to remember what the actual name of it is. So.
The pipe vault.
Pipe vault. Thank you.
Yeah, it's very tricky to avoid the thwomp.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Yep. Also, funny little speedrun moment here. We do not go back to Rosetown, so they are still under the fog. Good luck, Rosetown.
They're fine.
They'll be okay.
Nothing bad ever happened to them. Surely.
All right. Nicely done.
Yeah, that plant was interesting.
Yeah, the plant can kind of ambush you, and if you get hit by the thwomp, you unfortunately have to go through the very slow sequence where you slide down the stairs, and then Mario will get attacked by the Goomba at the bottom, and it's agonizing.
It takes about 20 seconds.
Yeah, so. But yeah, the reason this is viable in the Switch version, again, is because you can do that Warp to World map at the end, and you got 3 frog coins out of the deal, so that's pretty good.
Weapons.
Yep, we're going to upgrade everybody's weapons here, and we're also going to buy everybody a pair of sweaty pants, because those are very, very good armor.
In fact, the best armor.
Yes. We will use those for the rest of the run.
I used to buy 4, but I was able to cut it because, I mean, we only ever use 3 party members at a time, so...
They can share.
Yeah, they can share pants.
Yep.
Notably, Bowser and Peach don't see a whole lot of action in this run. We kind of have our mostly static party already.
It's true. They have a couple specific niche uses, or at least they have it at various times, so...
Yeah.
Nobody gets completely shut out.
Right. Peach does still get used in fights, although mostly just because there's no better option.
Mm-hmm.
And Bowser has access to a very good triple tech with Mallow that we make use of at least once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these mines are very weird to me. The doorways seem like they always look bigger than they actually are. Just always walk into the corners.
All right. And now we're going to give ourselves a concussion.
Every time you've seen the spring so far, it's been good.
Yeah. I'm a simple person. I see a spring, I jump on it. What could possibly go wrong?
This isn't bad.
Ignore the fact we're inside a cave, but surely there's an upper level?
I think so.
So Krako just took advantage of us, and we are now chasing him down to get our stuff back.
And by chasing down, I mean...
Yeah, well, we won't be chasing very long, but he will come to us.
So that reload is just to, like, trigger him to effectively be able to move. Okay, Krako.
Did you? Okay, you got that fight. I wasn't sure which fight you got.
Yeah. I might spawn on the other guy. But whatever.
It's fine. Yeah. Second verse, same as the first, pretty much with Krako. There's not a whole lot to do other than just make sure that you hit your blocks. His evasion is quite a bit higher in this fight, so part of why Phantom is doing jumps here is because jumps are guaranteed to hit, whereas the attacks occasionally will miss. Also does help you build your jump counter a little bit more for later, so...
Yep. If we had freebied the Energizer on Bowyer, we would use it here. Misses aren't a huge deal, unless it's Geno.
Yeah.
Mallow missing is fine. He only does 50. Geno does like 90.
Geno's like 2 Mallows, more or less. One, well, you know, greater than 1 Mallow. All right, so Phantom has the micro bomb now, which if we had come up here before, we would have met this mole that was unable to get through this spot. So,
yep,
kaboom, and we're on to the second half of the mines here.
And this Power Star is a little bit more important than the other ones in terms of experience.
Yep.
I'm going to be going for, well, specific bombos. I think it's 8 total. 8 or 9. Also, for how slow that frog coin looked, it's not much slower than
yeah.
a Wiggler jump.
Yep.
Turning off turbo. Turboing while leveling up is dangerous.
No takebacks. All right, nicely done.
That's definitely worth a clap in my opinion.
Yep. That first one's actually deceptively hard to get to. The movement on that is kind of precise when you're coming down from the jump onto the star box. And also you can get bad RNG where that bomb will just kind of wander off, and then I don't know, sometimes I've even had to reload the room. It gets so obnoxiously bad, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, nicely done. We're on to Punchinello here.
Who?
Yeah. We never heard of him. Yeah. Also just those level up. Next time we level up, let's get a little bit of a dance going in the room, because like everybody's got their little dance that they do when they're leveling up, and it's very cute and adorable. Good feature of the remake, I have to say. So.
All right, I did enough damage to skip the first phase. So he sends out bombs in different sizes. He's actually supposed to start with some very small bombs, but because I did enough damage to go straight to these ones, we don't have to see them. But my damage rolls were a little bit lower here.
It's also a little bit of RNG there, how many of those bombs will actually attack.
Yep. He can also do a very terrifying move, and I'm glad he's not doing it. We will probably see Sandstorm on Bunt, but Punchinello is also capable of it and makes this fight very slow.
Yep.
Alright.
That's the fight. Nicely done.
He behaved.
Yeah. Yeah, Sandstorm is unpleasant, especially if it hits Geno.
Yep. Sandstorm is an AoE move, so it's unblockable, and it inflicts the Fear status, which cuts your attack and defense in half. And since Geno is doing so much damage, we don't really want to lose that.
Nope. This is fine.
Yeah. I see no problem. And split.
Yep.
This minecart section took a lot of getting used to, I know, for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It is very strange to control.
Yeah, it's just a little bit different than the SNES version, and it really does take a couple times going through it to really get a feel for like when you're supposed to break,
Yeah.
and how early or how late you can break, and just some of the other things. There's a very specific change that we'll get to in the second half as well. That is just, I don't want to say you don't have to get it, but boy, if you miss it, you feel like a bad speedrunner.
Yeah, you probably don't want to continue the run.
Yeah.
Personally, I'd reset there.
Same.
Yeah.
Is there time for a quick message?
Yeah, go for it.
I just want to say that we're still $2 away off of raising $3,800 in the first 2 days. If anyone wants to snipe funny numbers, because I know those of you in chat love doing that. Now is the perfect time, and all of the money that we're raising here is going to a great cause, because Midwest Speedfest is supporting P Fund Foundation's Transcend campaign. I can definitely talk, trust me. The 2024 Transcend campaign is an immediate response to urgent needs facing trans and gender expansive people living in or coming to the upper Midwest 5-state region of Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, North and South Dakota. So absolutely donate to Snipe, donate for a good cause, donate because you feel like it, exclamation donate in the chat. Do it because it's fun, I guess.
That is the worst, by the way, that is the worst turn in the entire thing, right there.
That looked awful.
Yeah, they're very tight, and you do have to hold it early and for a while.
Yep. And you just got around a much harder looking turn, so you kind of get like this false sense of security about it, and then you just, yeah.
Yeah. My PB for this is a 147, I think.
Nice.
I'm probably going to get like a 150 something.
It's okay. We're just, we're just here to have a good time and go around in a minecart, so.
Yep. That's fine.
Is this the same track as the original, or is it different?
It is different.
So there's a big difference coming up here, and we're going to give Phantom a second. This is the skip.
I pressed A instead of B.
Oh, no.
That's fine.
Okay, well, we can't reset, unfortunately, but
Yeah.
there is a deliberate skip that the developers put in that section right there, where if you speed boost and then you hit the jump late enough, you will actually clear the section of the track right there, and you will end up right there.
Yep.
Where we just got to. So.
Saves about 20 seconds.
Yep. It's so satisfying. But you know what? We just get 20 more seconds of awesome minecart music, so...
The minecart music is really good.
Win, in my opinion, honestly, so...
Yeah, this will be still like very low 2-minute time. Almost a 2-hour minecart. But yeah, this part at the end is also very different because there is no ramp in the SNES version.
Yeah.
Which makes it... This makes more sense to me. Like, how Mario goes flying.
Yeah. This is how they get the coal back into the town. They just send it off of, they yeet it into the guy's roof every time.
It's just aimed perfectly.
Yep.
That can't be a coincidence.
I mean, he's a miner.
The roofs are just tin. They just rebuild them. It's fine.
Yeah.
Throw a few new slats up there.
Yeah, this cutscene out here is outside the door is the trigger for opening up the next area.
Yep.
So we will be doing another like 1-second time save.
Take all you can in this game, but yeah, we get to watch the snippets before that. They're chasing a beetle for booster.
Yeah. Hopefully we never actually see mini snippets in battle. Hopefully we only ever see 3.
That is the hope.
Snippets in the next area are one of the few encounters you can't run away from in this game.
Yep.
So it's pretty bad to accidentally walk into them.
All right, and again, saving a good solid second there by just map warping back out as soon as you can. So.
This is the first time we will see Booster Pass. We will actually come back here. But we get a rock candy and a frog coin. The rock candy does 200 damage to every enemy, but items scale off of boosts. So if we give the person using a rock candy a boost, it would do 300 damage.
300 damage is more than 200 damage. It's very good. Very good. And also, Bowser, where'd your army go? This is so weird.
They're probably somewhere else.
Well, he's gonna need a new army.
It's true.
Oh, and there's Peach. I wonder if he's gonna sing the song.
Really strange that they put these two characters right next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the most important time to be holding down is after this.
Yeah.
I took this tutorial a few days ago because I was just looking at my phone or something.
Just fascinated by Bowser's brawn and incredibly useful abilities like breaking down a door with his butt.
And other adjectives that aren't suspicious.
Yeah, so Bowser is shocked, I guess. But he's fine with it.
He knows what he brings to the table. I respect that.
It's true.
Yep.
And now we get some of the best music in the game. And Hi, Toad.
All right.
For some reason, I thought that the dialogue box had already passed. Yeah. I mean, technically, this is the configuration I need, but he's going to make me switch it back.
Gee, thanks, Toad. Thought you were on our side.
Yeah, he's showing us the ally buffs here also. This is, we mentioned it earlier. Bowser gives a defense buff to the party.
And for our purposes, the best defense is a good offense. So yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's another thing that Bowser is less useful about. One thing, again, so a very important difference from the SNES version. It will come up probably a bit more in the cake fight, but this is the first time that we have 4 party members. We can actually switch out allies that have died in battle to a fresh ally. So our party is always effectively, in this case 4, it'll be 5 at max, but that is different than the SNES version where the 3 party members that you went into battle with were the only 3 that you would have for that fight. So it makes certain fights, especially the cake fight, so much easier. If you, I don't want to even say make a mistake, but like if you get into a situation where you have one of your party members go down. So
Yeah, note that the booster tower music is incredible.
this is my favorite area of this game. It's so, like, the platforming is good, the music is good, the humor is good.
That thwomp is not good.
That thwomp was being not nice for some reason. It's also full of frog coins, but yeah, the movement in this area is so good. So satisfying when you do it right.
Get some nice shoes.
Obviously, with it being a speedrun, we have to get the zoom shoes. Okay.
Really? Okay.
Hit the bad pixel, but
Yeah.
you know what? So you can't run away from these fights, but they go down so fast. And
No thanks.
okay, glad you didn't accidentally do that too, or you know what I mean. But like, but yeah, that's a little rough when you get those, but it happens. That
Yeah.
room is booby trapped basically. Also, Phantom deliberately took the fight with that chomp because while there is a way that you can get through that room without getting an encounter, it is so hard to do.
Yeah.
And it's just not even worth
I've
trying, in my opinion.
Done it like twice in practice.
Yeah.
I will attempt fancy jump here, just for
Nice.
fun. It's not particularly difficult, but if you mess it up, it is significant.
It's just, I think it's cool to try once.
Is there time for a quick donation?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, we have $25 from Leno saying tutorial skip percent sets a new PB. And with that, we are over $3,800. We're sitting at $3,823 right now.
Awesome.
And that went towards the Fighting Sephiroth incentive for Kingdom Hearts 2 later tonight. And we're just over halfway on that as well. We have $120 left on that out of $250. We can totally make that by the end
yeah.
of the run. For
That's
sure.
really exciting. So what Phantom was going for with that when he jumped on, or when they jumped on that save block, by the way, is the fancy jump, as you called it. There's like 1 pixel you can land on the save block and not go to the save menu, and you can actually use it to boost up onto that platform.
We will be doing it for sure later. It is notable there because it saves like 2 seconds. But as long as you're walking along that seam on the save block, you can just keep standing there and then jump up to the chest up above.
So save blocks are good for something in this run.
Unfortunately, that's the only one placed in such a way that that's ever useful.
Yep.
So
Alright.
this is the curtain minigame.
Yes.
Hopefully I don't fail. I'm going to check Twitter real quick.
Okay. I'll let you know if if the Sniffet's coming towards your curtain.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
If you see anything funny, show it to the camera.
No. Oh, the Sniffet was coming towards your curtain. Sorry.
We'll get it next time.
Okay.
We have a few attempts.
Yeah. Certainly wouldn't want to fail this. Oh, yeah. You might want to move.
Oh, yeah. That should be good.
Okay. They don't have very good eyesight, peripheral vision. All right. So obviously we failed that on purpose.
Yeah. You must be Mario. No, I'm Gino.
And this is my rock candy. Yeah, so the reason we take this fight is it's faster, mainly. In the SNES version, you still want to complete the minigame because you get a item called the amulet, which gives a nice magic defense bonus, which is really nice. In the Switch version, we really don't need it, or we can work around not having it. And it's faster, plus we get a nice injection of money here as well as some XP, so. Nicely done. Yep. And bringing in Mallow there was actually for the next fight, so we'll get to that in a second here. All right, everybody dance.
Oh, what's the password? Oh, that's crazy.
That's your name. That's so weird.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that. Anyway, get some FP from the box.
Yep.
So this is Knife Guy and Great Guy. I don't know why he's Great Guy, honestly.
Shouldn't he be Ball Guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd think.
Yeah.
So you notice Bowser's our fastest party member? That's because he has shoes.
Unfortunately missed the Terrorize on Knife Guy, which would have been good. We talked about Sandstorm a little bit earlier and how it lowers attack and defense. That's basically what Bowser is doing when he uses Terrorize, so it's a total RNG % chance, and it doesn't always go off on the characters here, but pretty good. And we got to see the Clown Car Barrage, which is just such a great thing, so.
Okay.
Very good. One interesting thing to note, Phantom's using Turbo, but it's not useful for the fireballs because you still have to kind of hit them in a particular rhythm or cadence, so you can't just Turbo your way to a perfect fireball segment there, so.
Yeah.
Very nicely done.
It was a pretty good fight.
Yep.
So there is the Terrorize has a 90% chance to work on any enemies that it will work on. So that was a 10% chance to fail there. And there is the dreaded 1%, where you fail on both and you cry.
Yeah.
But if you're going to fail on one, ideally Knife Guy is the one to fail on.
Mm-hmm.
Just because Fireball does so much damage on its own.
Yep. All right, so here's the notorious Booster Hill. This is where a lot of the Super Nintendo speedruns come to die. But in the Switch version, again, it's like kind of just a nice break, honestly.
Yeah.
It's just not that stressful. So.
I could set my controller down and just let Mario get hit by barrels for the next 45 seconds or something.
You could check Twitter again.
I would like some FP, but I don't really need it.
Yeah. I think for my route, I like to get 8 here normally. But yeah, you really, like, there's so many ways to sort of compensate for it if you don't get it here, so.
Yeah. I think my route says optimally 10, and you can skip some other flowers if you get it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's really it. When I'm practiced, I think I get usually like 7 or 8. But also, I don't practice this minigame. I believe the red barrels are only in Switch.
Yeah.
As they're coming up now, soon.
Yeah, there's and they come faster and you get more of a boost if you hit them.
That's fine. Sometimes
Yeah.
you get juggled.
Yep.
I think originally Void was saying that he would consider just like putting his controller down during this segment and going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
But I know the normal route is a bit more optimized, and you do tend to want more flowers in that run.
Yeah.
Why did they animate him just like tumbling backwards so well? It's so funny.
Also, if you get kind of lucky here at the end, Booster can go to the very far right, and you get a free flower at the sign. Doesn't always happen, though.
Oh.
Nah.
Oh.
Oh. That's fine.
That's fine. Yep. You just get to the end of Booster Hill and like no matter what you got, you're like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like anything is ever slower or faster there.
Yep.
Now, this part, however, I could make the choice to wait once I get inside. I was considering it. I looked at how much I would have to wait to get the cutscene that I would want.
Oh, right.
Not early. This sniffet is much harder than the next door.
Yeah. Also, there's times you'll hit it dead on and it just won't give it to you. It's very unfair. So.
Meanwhile, Bowser kind of lingers on this door, I feel like.
Yeah.
I think definitely feel like the window is longer. I have no proof, though.
Yeah. He's got a bigger hitbox. That's what we'll call it.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so we've busted into the wedding. Stop the wedding. And they haven't started yet, so. Because
it works
Princess
out.
Peach has lost her gear. Her wedding gear.
Her stuff that she mostly wears normally.
Yes. She's just been waiting for someone to swoop in and marry her. It just hasn't happened yet until today.
True.
Yeah. And now she can't even do that. So this minigame coming up, it seems a lot easier in the Switch version. I just think that for whatever reason, like the snippets aren't as squirrely as they are in the Super Nintendo version. So we'll see how quickly this goes. Yeah, you basically just like ran up the center aisle and yeah.
Yeah. How long would I have to wait? I think this is probably good.
Okay. Are you doing some are you doing some manipulation on the
Yeah.
the scene here? Nice.
Normally I would just grab the crown immediately, but this is funnier.
It is funnier. So who's it gonna be? Who's gonna get the kiss? Or who's Mario gonna get a kiss from? Nope. Hooray!
Let's go gay rights.
That's canon, by the way. No.
Yeah, so I basically just went down to check how many candles were lit, and I was pretty sure 3 was the minimum for that one.
Oh, right. Yep.
I'm seeing a message in chat that says Mario is so lucky. Just saying what we're all thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this fight is very, very difficult on SNES. And it's still pretty tough here, but not too bad.
I think this fight is extremely hard in the Switch version, mainly because it's the first fight where I feel like the hit or the time blocks especially are very different than how they are in most of the fights beforehand.
Yeah.
So like the chefs kind of do this wind-up thing before they hit you, and then when we get to the cake here, the cake also does some kind of like direct attacks, and a lot of times they come at you really fast. So it can be tricky to get all these time blocks, but we'll see how it goes.
I mistimed Gino's attack, so I have to do nothing with Mario.
Okay. The cake is moving.
I'm kind of glad that I got here without dropping chain. That's pretty cool.
I was going to say, this is like the actual best time to drop chain. If
Yeah.
you're going to drop chain, you want to do it on this fight, because you have a bunch of attacks after this where damage doesn't even matter.
Yep.
Because you're just trying to blow out candles, as one does with a cake.
Yeah, this fight is effectively an auto-scroller.
It was really important, though. You noticed Phantom went through that whole cycle again before finishing that phase, and it is because we do not want the cake to go first in this scene here. So you want to get that red essence on Mario, otherwise Mario can be in big trouble here. Well, 2 attacks you can't block to start with. So.
Yeah, goodbye, Gino.
Oh, yeah. there's that. But hey, we can just swap in Mallow and start blowing out candles. It's fine.
Yeah, those attacks would kill Mario, and we very much do not want him to die. Nice.
Very nice. Yeah, one attack blows out 1 candle.
And we do need to hit him one time. Okay. Okay. Well, it missed on Mario. We're good.
It's fine because Bowser is a truck.
Yeah.
Bowser is also just like an absolute unit, and he's basically unkillable in this fight. So now the one unfortunate part about this is the sandstorm affecting Mario because the cake is weak to getting jumped on. I don't know if any of you have ever jumped on a cake before, but you know, cakes are pretty weak to getting jumped on. So this one's no different.
All right.
Fight's done. Nicely done.
That was about as good of a fight as you can get with 2 sandstorms and 2 blizzards.
Yeah, that fight was very rude.
Yeah, I only know this fight for being rude and not doing anything good at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Mario had gotten hit by the blizzard on the second time, I would have had to use a pick-me-up with Bowser, and then more candles would have come back, and it could have snowballed pretty hard.
Yeah.
But luckily, the AoE magic can miss.
Yeah. We just had to buy Booster enough time to get his appetite back here.
This is also notably a very long segment coming up here.
Yeah.
Where, when I am doing runs, this is where I would personally run a 3-minute ad.
Yep. Yep.
Just because there's a whole lot of not much happening until Peach officially joins the party.
It is true. So I think we had one of these earlier. I think you kind of mentioned a great time to get your donations in. So.
Yeah. For those that want to get stuff called out, this is the perfect time to do it.
Yep. I think this is a game that a lot of people have really cool memories of. I imagine a lot of people that played the original have bought the Switch remake as well.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
So we would love to hear your Super Mario RPG moments.
So we could have gotten this half hour ago.
This is the optimal time to do this, though.
Yep. Because we don't need the reward for turning in the cricket pie. It's just a weapon for Mallow, and Mallow is not really bopping anyone with a stick.
Correct.
Also, if you miss the frog coin before, you could get it right here. It's actually technically faster to get it on this toad. And now we have what I like to call the 2 minutes of holding the A button. I have timed this with this particular cutscene is what I use to time like different turbo speeds or how fast other people mash. I think most people typically are around the same as around a 10 Hz turbo speed, which is what my controller is at. Although you could have something faster.
I'm assuming this 2 minutes isn't particularly important. I can say a couple words. Yeah, so just for all the new people watching, we are Midwest Speedfest 2024, a charity speedrun marathon live from VGM Sunshine Resort near Minneapolis, Minnesota. We're live all 3 days of this convention. We're live today, obviously. We were live yesterday, and we'll be live tomorrow with great, amazing, you have no idea how cool, speedruns, showcases, all that type of stuff. We're going to be raising money for the P-Fund Foundation. To donate, go to donate.mwsf.gg or type !donate in the chat.
Yeah, so they're basically just relaying the story so far.
Yep.
And then Peach leaves clearly forever.
Goodbye forever.
Yep, goodbye Peach. Have fun in your room.
You also get a couple of the characters doing their not often seen like alternate animations there when she departs.
Yeah, there's a couple spots where Mario does it, but it's pretty easy to miss.
Yep.
And then...
But wait, there's more.
The next area, honestly, though, is very cool. I think in Remake it looks fantastic. Probably my favorite visually appealing part of the game. I do wish Star Hill was used for more things, though.
Yeah.
Or that we just spend more time there.
It'd be a great area for a side quest.
Yeah. Anyway, Peach has joined the bench.
And we are going to go seek out the wisdom of our elders once again. Which means we have to jump across this darn tadpole bridge one more time.
I actually just happen to like this tadpole bridge. Thank you very much.
I actually tried using Turbo for it once, and it ended up being slower than just timing it.
It feels so inconsistent to me, and I know it's not, but it's just like, it's so agonizing.
And we're going to actually make a little detour here to Booster Pass.
Yeah, when Phantom was in Booster Tower, jumped on that green switch, and that opens up this other part here. And if you, get way down on the edge there, you can avoid that fight, run to the end, and you get some good stuff. You get another Coca-Cola, which, great name, by the way. Good branding there, Frogs. And you also get another frog coin, get another flower, I believe was the other item. And,
Yep.
The Coca-Colas are basically mega elixirs. They completely refill your HP and flower points. And you can also sell them for a lot of coins, so they're useful for a variety of reasons. Also snagged another frog coin there on the return trip to Marymore that we have to do before you can actually enter Star Hill, so...
Yeah, the flag to enter Star Hill is just entering Marymore again.
Yep.
So, quick little detour, and that frog coin, I think, actually breaks even with a Wiggler jump. If anything, it loses like a second.
Yeah.
This room is a little tricky with the bandits.
Yeah.
Also, you would think that they would make these stars easier to interact with.
Nope.
Yeah. It may seem like I'm getting it pretty easily just because I'm using Turbo.
It helps, but even using Turbo is still not like a failsafe for activating them.
Yeah.
Like you can feel like you just hit a corner of one of them and you'll just bounce right off without actually lighting it up. So, hey, there's a star piece up here. This is like the easiest star piece ever. This game is so easy.
I feel like this one is mostly just like, hey, you did Booster Tower and you fought Bunt. Like, here's your like reward.
Because Peach isn't really a reward. We'll give you this one.
But we are coming up on the infamous part of the run.
Yep.
You may have noticed a while ago when Mario hit level 6 that I got Super Jump. And we will be attempting to use it on Johnny. After I go through this very funny menu. Not that one. Anyway.
Yep. Basically removing all of the sellable weapons and accessories from all of the party members because we are going to do the mega shop here in Seaside Town because there is a shop that is only accessible right now that sells the bomb items, which they are the bomb, but they are also bombs.
Literally.
Yes. I didn't hear enough groans for that joke, by the way. I don't appreciate that. Alright, and Phantom is buying 1 Fright Bomb, 6 Fire Bombs, and 2 Ice Bombs, which is a lot of money. And then we have one more purchase to make after advancing the story here by talking to the Elder. There is a frog. That's a tadpole. He's graduated into being a frog, and he's selling items. And we're gonna get an XP booster and put that on Mallow because, as we previously mentioned, Mallow is the MVP of this run.
He is very important and very strong.
We have Phantom has another really important XP star coming up here, so the movement is super tight on this section.
Ah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Not a huge deal.
You're allowed to miss one.
I probably won't skip a fight, but I'll mention it when I get to it. I also got an encounter booster tower. We'll see.
Yeah, yep.
Hey, Peach leveled up.
Have some hit points.
I personally like using this whirlpool.
Okay.
It's technically slower, but the bloopers feel like they are easier to avoid.
I do agree with that. Yep. All right, so we've now entered the sunken ship. By the way, we didn't really talk about level up bonuses and how that works in the speedrun at all, but Mario gets a mix of attack and magic attack. Mallow always gets magic attack, I believe. Okay,
Yep.
sometimes, yes, I know some routes give him HP once or attack once, I believe, but yeah, always magic. Geno gets HP twice and then attack the rest of the way. Bowser, I think, generally always gets attack unless you just bench him at a certain point, and then
Yep.
Peach always gets hit points.
Yeah, Bowser gets attack until he is no longer used.
How did you know that password?
I just guessed.
Wow. You're a good guesser.
And now we get the boss. Not Geno Beam.
This is a fight where we're looking for a lot of freebies as well, so...
Yeah, ideally 2 or 3.
Yeah, and we mentioned earlier we have a 1/3 chance every time of getting a freebie, so we'll see how we do.
This fight can go a lot faster if you get them.
There's one.
I also need to leave this fight with 3 firebombs. So I'm paying attention to that. It's fine. Right? Not? That's
I've
fine.
done it. We've all done it.
Yeah. He has very little HP.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll get the chain back by the time we get to Johnny anyway.
You get a ton of XP from this fight too.
Yeah. I'm very careful when I'm leveling up Mario to just, like, actually pay attention to what level he's at.
Yeah, Mario really is the one that you need to pay a lot of attention to, as we kind of just went through. Like, a lot of the other ones are a little more automatic, so...
Yeah.
Mario will get 2 or even 3 to certain stats on certain levels, and to a certain point you want to sort of maximize that, and then later on you kind of just want regular attack.
Yep. That rat can be very rude.
Gotta start coin collecting again since we just, like, spent our whole budget on bombs just now, so...
Yeah, spent every cent that Mario has. Okay.
This jump can be really obnoxious sometimes. Okay, that you did the same jump 4 times and the 4th time I gave it to you. I don't understand, but okay.
Yep. Because that block is, like, just outside of your reach, and it's bobbing up and down.
Oh.
And sometimes you can get a double jump off of the clone, which makes it a little bit easier.
This is still the worst room in the game, by the way. For people who have played the SNES version or tried to speedrun it, that room is notorious.
Yeah. Waiting there at the start just kind of baits the fish to go one way. Which is why I stood there for a second.
You were yielding. Phantom ducked into that room there to get a safety ring. That's going to be one of our important defensive accessories for the second half of the run here.
Yep.
I kind of feel like this is about the halfway point of the run. I don't know. So
Yeah, it very much is.
if I start referring to something as the second half of the run, it's because we're kind of at the halfway point now. So
Yeah, we're at the halfway point in the run, and it's also a good point to remind everyone to do exclamation donate in chat, or go to donate.mwsf.gg.
you know.
So the fight after this next set of sharks, I will have to focus quite a bit.
Yeah. I don't want to put any pressure on you, but I'm going to donate $1 for every super jump you get. So
We'll see.
Any matchers?
Yeah, so my monitor at home is very different than most, I feel, just in terms of lag. So we'll see how much I have to adjust.
So, really quick recap before we get into this fight. Phantom is going to be trying to for sure get 30 super jumps because that will unlock an accessory for the Mario called the Attack Scarf later. Optimal, I believe you said, is 43.
Yeah.
And then if by some chance you get 100, you can get the super suit. And also I have to donate $100 to P-Fund, but that's okay. So, so we'll see how this goes. Yeah, good luck, and we'll definitely give you your focus so you can do your super jumps well.
Okay.
You got your 30.
Really all
Yep.
that matters.
Nicely done. Yep. That is so incredibly hard if you've never tried to do that before. It is, in my opinion, one of the hardest things in RPG speedrunning, for sure. And the reason it is so difficult is the window that you have to get the input drops after jump 13. So jumps 1 through 13 are more generous, and then you get past 13 and your window is very, very tiny, and you gotta keep going. Just gotta jump. So
Yeah, it gets down to 3 frames.
yep.
Early, that's fine. Because I dropped chain, they're now faster than me, but I can block and get chain back.
Yep.
Really? I still have honeys.
Yeah.
Be surprised if this doesn't kill.
Very nice.
Alright.
All right, so I'm going to whip out my phone. I believe I have to donate $41 to P-Fund, so I'm going to go ahead and do that.
$40 for an incredible cause.
Yeah, you'll notice that I put the experience booster on Mario before that fight, because Mallow, the important part for him was getting Shocker.
It's true.
And so I have the experience booster on Mario for a couple fights just to let him catch up a little bit. But we are going straight into another fight, and this fight is hard for a different reason.
It's true.
It is a very precisely routed fight in terms of damage, and the damage all comes from one attack. And that attack is Shocker. So I think you've told me before, but what's your visual cue for Shocker?
Honestly, for me, Shocker is more of a timing thing. I can't really do a visual for it because I feel like you have to hit it as it enters the screen.
Yep.
So
Basically the same for me.
it's a little bit unique in that regard, in my opinion, in terms of the way that you can do it. But I imagine people have different things that they can do.
Yeah. You can look at Mallow, and that does help, but it's not exact.
Yep.
So the way that this fight works is we are going to be using Shocker on Speardovich, not Euridovich.
It's true. 'Cause he's a spear.
He's a spear that has a spear. And he creates more spears. Geno boost. Mallow. So this was the fight. Hold on. This was the fight that was probably the scariest when we started dropping Booster Charm.
Yeah. Because he does this. Kaboom.
And where is it? There it is. Did we get the freebie? Hey!
Hey, nice. Sorry, Peach.
So he can choose to keep doing this, which is very rude. I only really healed Mallow because he could do it again, which would be very bad. And he did it.
Wow.
Well, I have extra mushrooms. And Mario dying doesn't matter, it actually makes the menuing faster.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Good fight, other than, again, boss being rude.
Yep. The triple water blast meme is real.
Bosses being rude sounds like a trend.
Very much so. I think my experience is fine that I can do this very funny little thing.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go for it. And just hope I still get Snowy. In time for Smilex. I think I'm more than fine.
Okay.
If anything, I'll get it on a balloon too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We'll get to Snowy when we get there, but Snowy is kind of rounds out the Mallow arsenal. Because Shocker is a single target attack and Snowy is an AoE.
Yep. So, we got a flower box there, just for not letting the mare, I guess, get tickled.
That's yeah. No, go ahead.
Okay. We have 2 donations, actually. We have $41 from Moonblaze Wolf. What a surprise.
I'm a man. Yeah, I'm a man of my word. I said that's what I was gonna do, and I did it.
Yeah, it says boing, 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 translation, boing, 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 boing. You get the point. And then there's one from Leno saying, Mad props for doing the super jumps. Our shiver me timbers. Best to you land lovers. And with those 2 donations, we are $38 off of being able to fight Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 2. And we are $95 off of making it to 4,000 before the end of this run.
Let's go. Like I said, we're about halfway. We're in the second half now, so
Yeah, there's not that much time left.
let's make it happen.
Exclamation donate.
Thanks. I was just going to make a comment about tickling before you cut in with those donations too. So it definitely was not what you said was way more important than what I was going to say. So
Now I'm curious about what you were gonna say.
well, if you don't give the star to Spiridovich, he goes and tortures the mayor by tickling him over and over and over again. It's so horrifying.
Never mind.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
Okay.
Dog.
That's fine.
Those dogs have shoes.
It's very true. And these bees...
Yes. Okay,
Okay.
they behaved today.
So you can skip these. I'm not going to bother going for it.
Oh, it's cool though if you do.
It's
No, it's okay.
it's cool. It's also I don't want to fall down there.
Yeah. Because then you have to do the bees again.
Oh, you can ride the guy back up.
Oh, true. Did you do the Mushroom Boy thing?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we probably didn't get a chance to talk about that. So normally you have to fight that Shogun. The ants are called Shoguns, by the way. Shout outs to Shogun on FX. It's amazing. But if for some reason, if you talk to the Mushroom Boy in a seaside town before you leave, once all the villagers are saved, it sets a flag that you don't have to do that first fight. And I don't think anybody really knows why. But yeah, talk to Mushroom Boy, skip fight.
Yeah, so what I was going for there was getting freebies. And I didn't. But that's fine.
Yep.
Because we get to bring out Bowser. That attack is impossible.
Alright.
But yeah, so we, instead of fighting 4 sets of Shoguns, we only fight 3.
Yep.
Which does make the experience a little bit tighter. Please.
So one little bit of good RNG that you did get here was I don't think we've even had a chance to talk about special enemies yet.
That's true.
So there are like powered up versions of the normal enemies in this game called special enemies. If you defeat them, you get a frog coin, which is really cool. But they are not worth fighting because they're so much tougher than their counterparts. And the only way you will know is their name will be in yellow and it will say special enemy. If you get a special enemy in one of those Shogun encounters, you have to run away because it is not worth your time to do it. And you just run away and retry the fight.
Whatever. That dog gets to live.
Live a good life, that dog.
Ah, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's plenty. So the first star there actually gives us more experience. But it's so convenient. And as we level up like 50 times.
Then we're going to buy a black market star back here. It's not as good, but the price was right.
It's pretty pricey too,
Yeah.
for how much worse it is. But that's fine.
When you need a star, you got to pay for it, so.
So this jump I will be doing.
This one's fun. I love this trick, so I'm going to let you kind of do it, and then we'll talk about it.
Ah. There we go.
Nice. Second try. Very good. That's pretty tight. I do a different setup for that, but yours, that worked really well for you, so.
Yeah,
Cool.
I equate that setup that I do to Blue House Skip in Paper Mario.
Okay.
It is very similar stick movement for the post the jump.
That makes sense then, so.
I need these.
And got the 50-50 the first time. Nice.
Love to see it.
Yep.
Is there time for a quick donation?
Let's do after Balloon.
Okay.
That is kind of like the one new skip in the run, by the way. They're skipping that sequence where you have to get your fortune told and being able to just kind of bypass that. It's really cool.
So Bellome is very weak to being frightened. I don't need that freebie. Ah, that's fine. That's... okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, that didn't matter. That can be scary.
Yep.
That attack does put you to sleep. And we're gonna get a Geno clone, which is the most experience from a clone. Technically, it's just because I missed a single shocker, but it's fine. Extra experience honestly doesn't hurt this run at all.
Yep. Yeah, that's another divergence from the SNES speedrun, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, just the fact that a clone was made, you get free XP here, so...
And we get Snowy. Right on
Hooray.
time. And Peach keeps leveling up.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah, we do need Snowy for the next fight, so that worked out perfect.
Yeah. You got a good chance now, Lemmy.
Okay, perfect. We have a $38 donation from Buffoon saying, infamous soldier gets retired by 2 Kongs and a child tonight. And with that donation, we have fully met the Fight Sephiroth incentive for Kingdom Hearts 2. Thank you everyone so much for your generous donations.
That will be fun.
Yeah, and we are $57 off of making 4K before the end of this run. We're so close.
Do, 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 do. That star was so cool. But it's not a star piece, unfortunately, like we were led to believe.
No. It's not even an XP star.
Yeah. But we do get some help up the cliff
Yes.
from the paratroopers. I feel like they had a different name in SNES.
I feel like they were just the Sky Troopas, but I don't remember for sure.
I think it was Sky Troopers.
Yeah.
But there's the question in Bowser's Keep where it's like, are they the paratroopers or the Sky Troopers or something like that?
I'll probably get that one wrong if you get that one, so follow your heart. Then this is the dog that has the attack scarf, so...
Is that the one I wanted? No.
No.
Darn. I should have also went back to the map. Yeah, because I mashing turbo, holding turbo.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, I could have just walked here, but
That would have been very slow.
yeah.
And you would have had to deal with the bees again.
True.
Alright.
See if I can do this first try, or if I
luck.
slide off a Koopa shell.
If Phantom doesn't get this the first time, it's because of lag.
Honestly, not even wrong.
Yep.
Or just getting unlucky.
That was the lag.
Yep.
Yep. So...
Yep. Lag. Definitely lag.
Yep.
These Koopa shells are like really weird.
Yeah. Alright, I'm sure you got it. What?
Nope.
Oh my gosh, you got robbed.
Yeah, 1 second. To be fair, I was trying to be very safe.
That'll do it. And... Alright, there we go. You have to get up there in under 11 seconds to get the Troopa medal. Because it's not enough just to get up there. You have to get up there within the time, so...
That's a clap for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really hard. And even without the lag. and it does actually lag for sure. Like, I was not saying that as like a way to kind of get out of it. Like, that screen actually lags the first attempt very hard.
It does lag, and the Koopa shells are like the most slippery platforms.
Yep. I remember moving on them in the SNES version being much easier.
Yeah.
And you try, maybe it's because of the auto run or something, but yeah. So now we've got the Mega Smilax fight. This is a very, very scripted fight, so just watch how it plays out. And this is routing right here. This is
La-di-da. I love I forget his name. The Shy Guy.
Oh yeah.
This is a very recent change. I don't even think I did practice runs of this. I forgot I had changed it in my notes. Perfect kill. They have 180 HP. And using my second Ice Bomb. Unfortunately, no freebies on it.
Oh, I was waiting for you to get one there. I thought you were going to speak it into existence.
But yeah, Smilax does not get to attack.
Bezo.
Yes, Bezo. That's his name.
His first name's Jeffrey.
Yeah, he dropped something, but I don't think I really care.
Alright. I'm definitely going to climb the Magic Beanstalk here.
Yep. The hardest platforming in the game.
It's true. Speaking of slippery things, these coils or whatever they are.
Mario. All good. Not. Oh, okay.
This is the really hard jump right here.
Yep, I will wait for this guy.
Okay. If you miss it the first time, you get to do it the easy way.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Just the way that the cycles work out.
Yep.
And now we get to learn all about these tadpoles.
Yes, we've reached Tadpole Land, home of tadpoles, and a lady with a bird on her head.
The bird doesn't blink, though.
It stares into your soul.
This bird, though.
Yeah. Also, I know we have Kingdom Hearts 2 coming up later, and like seeing the way these bird enemies here with the spears were sort of redone in the Switch version. Now they are canonically Kingdom Hearts heartless enemies in my head. So
I didn't make that connection. But they do look very similar.
Yep.
I hate that you're right.
How are we doing? We got the Sephiroth incentive.
Yeah, we got
That's
the Sephiroth incentive. But I was actually about to mention that we just opened a new donation target. Tomorrow, there's going to be a Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom run, and there's an incentive to donate. If we raise $400 for that, then we get to see a glitch exhibition.
Ooh.
Which is going to be quite the treat. And again, that is $400 raised for specifically that. And then if you don't want to donate for that, but you still want to donate, you want to put your donations towards something, we still have the durable name for Pokemon White 2 tomorrow.
It's going to be a good day tomorrow.
Yeah, so for a fight that I do later on, I will be doing this minigame. You can actually skip. I say skip. You can fight Dodo. Multiple times, in fact, in here, in this dungeon. I will be choosing to skip all of his fights by 1, doing the minigame correctly, and 2, hitting him with a power star. All bosses actually requires all of these fights, which is very funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But also, I do not have a super efficient way to kill this dodo because I just don't have many firebombs. The ones that I have are for very specific fights.
Yeah, I get the feather unless I get the super suit.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the feather makes the speed work out a lot better.
Yep.
But yeah, we do get this nice statue, Mario.
Ow.
He's fine. He's made of gold, clearly.
Yeah. He's been reinforced.
I am curious how he moves the statues, because he just kind of walks in front of them.
He must have a very magnetic personality.
Uh,
Hey, I gotta grow. Let's go. I think I got a snarl as well. Wow. Like, we're getting to the point in the game where we're getting to all of the cutscenes that I've seen 200 times. I've just got to keep it entertaining. So.
Yeah, seen these cutscenes a lot, but this is probably... The second half is a lot faster paced also.
Yeah.
He seems mad. Not sure why.
To be fair, I'd be mad if Valentina was my boss, too.
Although, notably, in the remake version of this theme, you can actually tell that Valentina is laughing every, like, 3 seconds. Also, you can clearly see them right there, and no one noticed that Mario opened the door.
It's just drafty in that place. Doors just blow open all the time. All right.
I usually, like, when I'm doing runs, I'll, like, hum to the beat a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because of this, the timing.
Yeah, if you count to 4 and jump on 4, it works for all of them except the last one.
Yep.
Ready? It's the only out of bounds in the run coming up here. Nice.
Yeah, and you can jump really early on that last one.
Mm-hmm.
If you do fail that minigame, you, 1, don't get this feather, but you also don't have to watch this cutscene.
It's nice. The feather is unfortunately worth it, but yeah, this cutscene's again a little excessive.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, notably some of the movement in the castle is very awkward also. We'll see if I get snuck up on.
Yeah.
Some of these enemies do not like Mario.
You might say the movement in this castle really blows. That's 2.
Anyways, it's really funny that this game is a surprise rhythm game at VGMCon. And also yesterday there was a music block. Watch the VODs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever... Okay, I just missed that jump. The guy in the hallway, though, I don't think I've ever seen him move to the left in where I'm jumping. Also, these runaways, I believe, are all 70% likely to work.
Phantom, small thing from chat. I thought you'd like to hear this. Jcog just raided.
Oh, hello, Jcog.
Thank you, JCog. Welcome, friends of JCog.
I did not mean to run into this guy. I forgot that you don't have to fight this one.
I mean, at this point, you might as well.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
Works out.
Yep. Snowy good. Oh, you don't have the,
Chain.
you don't have the, oh, that too. Yep.
Yeah, the issue is chain.
Sure.
But I also don't have Trooper Metal on Mallow.
Yeah, that's what that's why that works for me.
And give Gino a safety ring. No one actually... Oh, I usually do this for Mario.
Looks good.
This fight is also very scripted. Not a whole lot that can go wrong in the egg.
The big eggy.
Not timing these is mostly just to skip over the gauge up that happens every 10.
Yep. What's in the egg? It's trans rights.
Let's go, trans rights.
Right.
Reminder, you can !mark donate in the chat for trans rights.
I'm just going to attack her with everyone.
I'm gonna be honest, I've actually never seen that 3-egg attack. I didn't know that was a thing that existed. Also, eggs explode.
True.
Yep.
But eggs are also
fact.
very weak.
They're weak, but they will make you strong. Oh no.
That's fine.
Yeah.
She's a bit... Yeah. Alright. Because I mistimed, I think, one attack earlier.
A lot was happening there.
One extra turn is fine. This room. Yeah, let's do that. It's fine.
I always just go charging into this room and immediately get blown off the platform.
I was under him.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. That was garbage. There. Just go over.
Do. Anyway.
Yep.
This castle has things happening. I forgot that he has the Trooper Metal on, so he was faster.
On the plus side, no special enemies again.
Yeah.
These can also special and you need to run away and redo the fight, so.
These ones aren't terribly slow, because Mallow is so strong. I think Snowy and like jump kills a special enemy.
Okay.
Maybe like 2 jumps. This next Power Star actually, in the way that I have my route written, changes how many enemies you need in the Volcano Power Star. I go for 7 here, I think. If you go for 8, then you can skip enemies in the volcano also. But because of the flying Shy Guys, or not Shy Guys, they're the blue one, the blue things.
Birds.
Birdies, yeah.
The other flying things.
Yeah, the not Shy Guys.
Yeah.
But because their movement is a little weird, it's sometimes tight to go for all of them.
Yeah.
Also this room. Did it anyway.
Nice.
Goodbye, Dodo.
Dodo, also a bird.
True. Pay attention to Mario's face when he's falling, or you might miss it. Yep. During the second one, he was pretending to be Exor.
Yep.
I don't think I noticed that until someone had pointed it out to me.
Can we get a recreation?
I can't do that.
My eyes don't do that.
You could try, but I was just double checking all my equipment to make sure it was like correct.
And then you're already in the menu, and it's nice. You can kind of map warp, so there's some good efficiencies there.
Yeah.
Who's your middle character for this fight? I wasn't paying attention.
Mallow.
Mallow, nice. Mine too.
Yeah, you used to use Bowser, but because you're just throwing items anyway, for the most part.
Yep. Mallow, what can't he do?
Also, he already has the troop medal on, which is perfect for this.
Yeah. This is kind of a multi-stage fight. Stage 1 is your middle character one-on-one with Dodo, and you don't know that going into it.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Anyways.
That was the Dodo fight. Turns out he's weak to fire. Nice.
Yep. Got maximum slapping.
Yeah, you love to see when Valentina slaps you.
Midwest Speedfest, do not go to Nimbus Land. Me and 9 others just made this mistake.
Okay, that helps.
Yeah, because Gino has Safety Ring, he is very safe against elemental attacks. So I know a lot of people also tend to skip attacks with your secondary party members here, but they do so much damage anyway. And Mallow deserves to be able to punch Valentina.
It's true.
I'm not gonna jinx it. That's fine. No misses.
Nice. I didn't want to say anything. Something always goes wrong in my Valentina fights.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like there's a certain variety to it, and I think she's in my head a little bit.
She has a
Like who's the boss? Who's the boss that's in your head in this game? Because everybody's got one, I think.
Boomer.
Boomer. Okay. Yep.
I mean, Boomer's the easy choice.
That's true. Yep.
But Valentina has a 10% evasion rate, so attacking with the other party members, like just in case Mario misses anyway, just never feels good to be like, yeah, I skipped my turns to save time. Oh, Mario missed.
I feel silly now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I love that they randomly just kind of left the keys with that sort of pixelated look. It's
Yep.
it's so great. Nice little touch there.
I don't know how Mario got Peach's umbrella, but he just kind of has it.
She's a pal. She loaned it out. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be going to the volcano next. I was about to
Yes.
say Bowser's Keep, but then I forgot we have to fight the Axum Rangers.
That's true. That is true. Gotta do that fight. By the way, I'm King Nimbus to all of the amazing musicians here at VGM Con this weekend. I'm just going around and asking for everybody's autograph because they're all amazing.
Yeah, the volcano has some of the coolest movement in my opinion, just in terms of platforming. Ideally, we actually don't really do fights here. Do like 2.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of cool little things you can do. Like remembering to equip the feather.
That is a good thing. Yep.
I know at least a handful of people obviously were running out of Nimbus Castle at the beginning, back when this game came out.
It's such a big castle. That place is like entirely too large.
Yeah.
I'm so happy map warping exists. Also, I love how we tell those two guys like we're definitely not going to jump into the volcano and then immediately jump into the volcano.
Yeah, definitely not going to go down there. We're just going to take a dip in the hot spring. It's fine.
We're only jumping in the volcano if you're a narc.
I don't need that FP. Surely. Okay. I like to get all of them. You technically don't need...
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That last one.
Yeah. That room is a little annoying too because sometimes it will just spit its like the little baby things that it makes onto the floor, and you know you don't want to go back and get them. That's slow.
I wasn't far enough right. That's fine.
Yeah. This is the first of kind of two rooms that look really cool if you do them right, and then otherwise you don't, and it's okay though because the game is hard, and
Yeah.
we're RPG speedrunners. We're not necessarily supposed to be good at platforming. That's what I tell myself.
This game's isometric. It's hard.
Yeah,
It's
that
true.
is honestly what makes it the most difficult.
Yeah.
As I don't miss that jump. There we go.
It's isometric. Fails a 45-degree jump.
Don't worry about that part.
Yeah, yeah.
You saw the invisibility earlier. Got that last one, huh?
Ah.
That one's really hard to skip.
Yeah, you can skip this fight. It's not a fight you can run away from, but if you do skip it... Yeah. Nice little skip
yeah.
snowy animation.
Yeah. But Snowy also wins the fight, and sometimes you'll get a nice item. You got a bracer that time. I don't know if
Yeah.
you need that.
Nah. Not
Sometimes you get an Energizer. That's a little more exciting.
yeah. Singular bracers aren't very interesting. This fight... okay, he's probably going to run into me. We'll see.
Yeah.
This one likes to just drop the spiny on your head after the fight. It's fine.
Yeah. Who would have imagined Snowy was good? Oh, you got an Energizer from that fight. Okay. Don't hate it.
Yeah, it's fine.
But, yeah. Snowy against the volcano. Good. Who would have thought?
Yeah, I tried to squeeze by. This guy is rude.
Okay.
This one, you had to jump over in SNES.
Much easier.
Hello. Having to talk to him to come into his store is very funny.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's see if I can actually, like, do this.
Oh, nice. That's actually really, really hard.
Yeah, that's a clap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that jump is, those jumps are very tight.
Yep.
And the lineup is easy to do, but you just need to know what you're doing.
There's a lineup component to it and a timing component to it.
Yep, so. And a dragon.
And now there's a dragon component. He's a derpy dragon. It's okay.
He looks so friend-shaped.
He really...
Yeah.
Why did it hurt you?
He is just a blarg. With a 10% evasion rate. I'll attack with Gino just to try and get chain back. He likes to do counterattacks.
In this situation, it's actually not the worst, though, because it did help you get your chain back.
Yeah. Okay. I will use the Coca-Cola with Gino, I think. That nice freebie that I got on Spirit Bitch.
It's coming in handy here.
Hey, we won.
Fake out.
I remember when I first did this on SNES, I was not ready for the fake out, and
Yeah.
I immediately died.
No longer friend-shaped. Well, still a little bit.
Debatable.
He looks like a chiller, at least.
He is being very rude with these counterattacks. Yep.
That's also annoying.
Don't do it. Okay. That's fine. That's less fine. Alright, Peach and Bowser.
They clear.
All right. And Mario again.
Alright.
I'm a big fan of how Bowser is just like randomly okay if you kind of just put him back in later on in the run after neglecting him for pretty much the entire game.
Right. Because he still has very high attack,
Yeah.
although I do need to make sure this is like this.
Yep.
That's all fine. Speed is very important in this next fight.
Hey, you found a star.
True. That's so convenient that it's just right here.
Can you believe we're gonna get faked out again?
They're really good at doing this.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, luckily, because of autosaves, even casually, like, this isn't too big of a deal.
Yep.
Because otherwise you would have to go into the Axum Ranger fight, not necessarily prepared for it. And then when you die on SNES, go back and fight Zombone again.
And then cry.
Yeah, the
Or
saves,
alternately cry.
the saves in this game are just spread out enough to be like painful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure why they did never put one back here. But it's
Yeah.
fine. We get this music. The Underground theme remix. Do do do. Just a bunch of platforming.
Yep.
Mostly to build anticipation for the fight.
They talk too much. Counterpoint.
Yeah.
They're yappers.
Like, even
So-
when we get into the beginning of this fight, they're still going to talk for like 45 seconds. It's really obnoxious.
Can you believe the blade is late again?
Shout out to the turbo controller.
Really, really nice.
Yep. The amount of text mashing you have to do in this game is not insignificant, so it's a very nice quality of life thing that we get to do. All right.
At least the fight here is good music. I turn off turbo like around there just because I'm never sure like how far I can go.
Yeah. He's kind of just got a random line here, and then this fight begins, so...
That's not Bowser.
This is fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
She can be worse. Okay, so I'll just start setting up for what I do here. I think it was jump you. Snowy, it's fine. Oh no, yellow's out.
Hungry.
Annoying. Well, I have pick-me-ups.
Yep.
Good.
Nice miss.
YOLO. We get to start winging this fight. Honestly, I'm surprised that that killed red.
That was nice.
So, I should have this red essence for the most important character.
I also just want to point out that Mallow has 1 hit point, and Mallow has had 1 hit point for multiple rounds now.
Oh, okay. You know,
Why did you use that red essence? You didn't need to do that.
I don't know. I don't know.
What were you thinking?
This guy's goated.
I can't believe I misplayed like that. That's hilarious.
That was so good. All right, nicely done. Good, good scramble mode there.
Switching to Peach and then, oh, panic.
Yeah. Bowser looks funny.
Yeah, this Bowser looks different.
Yep. Sorry. As the run is going on, I see more people in the room dancing, like, at every level up.
That time I think was everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
It
Raise your hand
is.
if you didn't dance.
It is a peak animation.
No hands. Okay, yeah, everyone danced.
Okay. Get a few more chances still. We got a bit still to go
Yeah.
here.
So you should notice that I picked up some frog coins in the volcano. This is technically optional, but it's for safety reasons. I will be making a quick trip and purchase for some items that I will be using on the final boss. This is kind of the last opportune moment to do any shopping.
Yep.
And just because once we go to Bowser's Keep, that is that through the end of the game.
Yep. There actually is a map warp to the final boss area, but unfortunately it puts you at the beginning of the final sequence, which I found out when I was doing some routing for something else I've been working on. But
Yeah.
if it actually dropped you right before the pipe where you went into the Smithy fight, it would actually be just fine to do it then, but alas, it does not.
Shame. But
Yeah, it is. Shout out to this guy's head. Very useful.
So that was a flower earlier, now it's a frog coin. Nimbus Castle is actually different. A different map than it is when you first enter here. But I think it's only really noticeable for that exact chest.
They put the fine frog coins back up on the mantle. And they moved back in after Valentina left. Alright. So it is time to get on the bus.
Almost.
We love the bus.
It's time to rip this experience booster out of Bowser's hands.
He's experienced enough.
No more. You've learned enough.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I have 10 frog coins.
Let's go shopping.
The beauty of map warping, honestly.
Yeah, so Phantom just got full party versions of those attack up item and defense up item, which persist through all of the phases of the final boss fight. So they're extremely, extremely useful for that fight.
Yep. Ooh woo.
Ooh. So one fun thing about this that is probably I don't know. It might be a clever localization. It might just be completely random because this thing kind of does look like a bus. But there's a lot of cloud types that end in the word bus, like Nimbus and Nimbus and Cumulonimbus, and not Cumulus, which was the thing I was going to say. So I'm thinking that was a clever play on words, that it is a bus cloud. Ah, think about it.
Well, being Cumulus still ends in US. So it's close enough.
Yeah, I
That's
was
true.
bringing up some notes here for one Bowser door in particular
Okay.
that I don't always know the exact answers to.
Was it the race?
Yep.
Okay.
Really, Goomba? Hello. Goodbye.
This room also lags.
Right there.
Yep. Usually it gets me. Usually I fall into the lava. That's how it gets me, but
I pressed the button. Game did not agree. Goodbye.
I like that you don't jump over that second one. It just goes flying by. It's always very satisfying.
All right, which doors? Which
Yeah, are you
doors
asking me?
Yes.
I want to ask chat. Let me
Well.
tell. Okay. Well, there's one more. So we don't want door
Yeah.
3. What's the other door we don't want,
Twist shot.
chat? We don't want the battle doors. Okay, it's 2. Sorry. The game was like just getting all of it front loaded out of the way. So
So not those ones.
yeah,
Yep,
so-
not those doors.
Okay, and chat, now you know the answer. So if you want to shout it out, like you look like a genius, but oh, the quiz.
Yeah. Who is the sculptor? It's Garo. What does Birdo come out of? An egg. What's the password? Pearls. Name of Jagger's sensei, Jinx.
We didn't even go there.
Words that Bezos sings. La-di-da. Monster Town. Spiritovich is what? A boss. That's crazy.
That was the easiest set of questions I've ever seen. Also, you can't tell me that those 3 don't also like bratwurst.
true.
Who doesn't like bratwurst?
We have no proof.
Yeah.
Do we have bratwurst here?
14.
We have to do math again. At least on this one.
Yeah.
You also have to be careful. At least I have to be careful with my inputs on these because it's very
Wow.
easy to like do it too soon and
It's 47, by the way.
you have to go back. Yep. How did you know that? You counted so fast. Would you like to explain to the class?
The bottom 3 rows are always the same, give or take 1.
Yep.
So we only have to count the top 2 rows here.
These questions have the same vibes of like how many crates are on this ship, and they only show you the side of the ship, so you have to like guess on the inside.
Yep.
Yeah. Fell into 4th. Let me bring up my handy-dandy notes that I usually have in Live Split.
I believe that's 3.
That's 2nd.
Oh, second. Okay, sorry. Don't listen to me anymore.
Outdid Boo. So
Oh, that actually helps
first,
too.
First
Yeah.
and second. Came in 3rd, which means 4th. So it is Goomba, Boo, Fish, Dry Bones.
Yep.
Hello, Goomba. Goo.
Gooboo.
Goo Boo. Kip. Bones. That is the hardest puzzle in the game. In my opinion. So, I will be getting some chests throughout this Bowser's Cube segment.
Yeah. There's some good stuff in here. Apparently you don't want that ice bomb, but that's okay.
Eh. I never end up using it.
That's fair. It's fine. That was actually faster. This game looks familiar.
Not sure what from.
Oh, this is like Mega Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen this before.
I think it's Ice Climbers.
So I don't want that chest.
That's true.
That's a glove for Peach. It helps her slap. Ah.
There will be no slapping.
I will be grabbing this handy dandy little item.
A little extra safety cola there.
Hi.
This room is this room is legitimately awful in the remake. Like, I don't know why they made this room so punishing. The AI they gave these bombs is just like not fair.
I cannot believe they made this game a marble roller.
True.
It is, yeah.
Any Monkey Ball fans?
I know Helix is somewhere here.
I always forget to jump on that one first. On the right.
Mm-hmm.
And we go straight down the middle.
Slowly, but deliberately.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do. Some good-looking lava.
True.
While we're going slow, I just want to say, !donate.
We're almost to 4K.
Yeah, we're almost to 4K. We're so close.
So close.
I'd like to get there before the end of this run. Because this run's almost over, but we're also super close, so I don't know. I don't know how to do math. I think it's 57. I did this like an hour ago.
This guy. That was actually a pretty good pattern.
Yeah.
The trick there is to basically just end on 15 and then it's guaranteed to win.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, these puzzles are all like the same.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ball Solitaire.
Yeah, the only thing that got updated is the quiz has different questions.
Please, Mario.
They're still mostly the same, but there's a few.
All right.
Don't risk it.
Yeah. I think I am flipped from what I normally do. So, yeah. Yep, I was flipped. That's fine.
Yep.
At least these are pretty fast.
Yeah.
Ow.
That's fine. Yep.
He was a fool. How did I not press that button?
Slippery button. All right.
Okay, now I'm good. It's those first three moves that I just can never remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mario?
You only had one where you kind of got a little stuck there.
Yeah.
They made the hitboxes on these things miserable.
It's very awkward for seemingly no reason.
Yep.
Is that like that Cracker Barrel game?
Sure. I
Okay.
mean, yes, kind of. I mean, I know
Well, it's not
what-
like a triangle though.
I know. Yeah, it's not a triangle, but yeah, you're right.
I'm terrible at that game.
Double checking. Cool. So, this is one of Bowser's Koopas. And we got some new weapons for Mallow. The Sonic Symbols. And now Mallow hits very hard.
Mallow's great.
Notably, we have never touched Mallow's physical attack, and he was doing 330 damage.
Yeah. He's also at least 1 or 2 levels higher than everybody else.
Yep.
So
He will end at level 17, where Mario is going to be like level 14 or 15. Let's see how many bullets I encounter, if any.
got this.
That's fine.
That wasn't a bullet. Doesn't count.
Hello, Thwomp.
A0.
Amazing.
All right.
This fight, by the way, runs at a frame rate.
It is not the full frame rate.
So all of the action commands on this fight specifically are different.
Everything you
single
thought
one.
you knew about this game is out the window.
So if you were used to muscle memorying Shocker, it is later. Alright, Boomer. Yeah, I agree.
He recognized the correct threat, at least, so...
Yeah, he really did. Hey, I blocked that.
That one has such a weird timing.
Yeah, Blast is so strange.
It's like, I'm exploding, can I block yet? Okay, now.
He goes blue. Blue means his magic defense is higher and his physical defense is not.
I don't know why you would do that, but anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, Boomer.
Everyone get ready to dance.
Yep. Seen y'all practicing. I know you can do it.
When the little people in the game dance, everyone dances.
That's
It's
right.
just that simple.
Keep going. It's not over yet. This castle is very tall, and now we're going very fast. I don't remember if has anyone ever counted how many floors this is. It's an
too
impossibly
much.
large number of floors.
Definitely way too much. And I don't know what he gets stuck on here. There are no seatbelts.
Doesn't your chandelier have seatbelts at home?
I don't know about yours, but
Yeah.
hello, Exor.
Hello, XR.
Exor's protection is gone.
Nice, first try. All right, clap. That's a good one to clap for.
Clap it up.
Yep. Timing is very weird on that, especially if you've played a lot of the SNES version, where
Yeah.
that trick also works. But yeah, it's a little later on the Switch version, and definitely threw me off when I first got into it. So
Yeah, it's definitely very different between the two.
it's nice. There's a couple of those spots where they were glitches or like little miscoded things in the original game that they either left them in or left kind of a little wink and a nod to them in. So
Yep.
thank you for leaving us that easy way to fight XOR. That would probably be a pretty not fun fight to do. So
Yeah, that would have been very difficult if we couldn't just use Geno Whirl. So, Weapon World here is, I mean, it is the end game. There are a lot of very intricately routed fights. And a lot of platforming.
And a really, really good tune.
Easy. Every time. Save block, who needs that?
Also, Ultra Hammer, who needs that?
What's an Ultra Hammer?
I totally forgot that was even in the game.
So this is Countdown. He has some very interesting attacks. And Geno's best move is Rock Candy.
Rock Candy is a very good move at this point in the game. Another blockable attack, which is nice.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Mallow does so much damage.
Freebie.
Ah. I was expecting the heal. But he only healed once. Yeah, let's switch out to Bowser.
Yeah, let's get Bowser back in there. Let's go.
That's not biased at all.
More screen time for Bowser. Another freebie. Nice.
That's crazy.
That was nice.
Not nice.
No.
Let's just throw the rock candy.
You're getting so many of them, sure. One... Oh, I thought that was going to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, well. I think this is what you were originally going to maybe end up with anyway, so...
Really? Alright. I'll just attack the ring-a-dings.
They're just trying to help you get your chain back before the next fight, so... Okay.
Honestly, I'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah, one other interesting thing about Breezy mode is in normal, I believe you get limited to 2 rock candies.
3. But
Oh,
yeah.
3, yeah. But we can have unlimited in Breezy, which does kind of come into play here for this little sequence here. Being able to have more than 3 is some nice safety, and depending on how many freebies you get, it can really kind of give you some different options for some of the later bosses too.
This is a room that I have seen people do better. These boos are also
That was very nice, actually.
very awkward, but yeah. Ah, corners.
Yep.
Corners are impossible in isometric games. I won't go for it. You can jump over this bowyer. Okay.
Corners again.
True.
Yep.
You can also run away from this bowyer.
I just want to say that you were punished for playing safe.
True.
That's actually what happened, yeah.
Ah.
Should have played more safe, come on.
True, also.
Can't win.
Come on, second bowyer.
Alright.
Is there a quick second for a donation?
Yeah, go for it.
There's a $7 donation from Print with the simple message, Bergie. Thank you so much for the donation.
Also true statement. That was very early.
Your rewards have never been donated. Prove me wrong.
Alright, so at the beginning of that fight, I was paying attention to make sure he wasn't a special enemy, because that can happen.
It happens very frequently on that one for whatever reason.
Alright, so we have... This fight is actually, like, very cool. In my opinion.
I agree.
Because the choice you make here actually matters. Which is something that you can't say for a lot of fights. You have a different route depending on whether you kill Cloak or a Dagger. Domino.
By the way, Cloaker is not the one with the cloak.
You may be surprised.
Yes. You may be surprised to learn. That's nice.
Nice move. That's fine.
All right. Can I interest you in a snake in these trying times?
I'd rather not, but if I have to. This snake is... Okay, that was fine.
Yeah. Playing nice. Nice snake.
984 damage. And dead.
All right. Good. Yeah, the snake can do a lot of things on that one turn that it got, and Bolt was a nice thing to see.
Yeah, he has a lot of AoE spells, and
Yep.
you don't really want to see any of them.
No. All right, so we're into the final, basically boss rush here. We've got the folks working the factory, and then we'll be on to the final fight. So we need another $50 to get to 4,000. This is like
That's so doable.
It's like last call. Yep.
Yeah.
So if you've enjoyed the dancing, if you've enjoyed the game,
Exclamation donate in chat, or
Yep.
go to donate.mwsf.gg.
absolutely.
And a reminder to put your donations towards incentives. We have a naming incentive for the gerbil in Pokemon White 2, and we have the glitch exhibition for Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, both tomorrow.
So, we've just defeated the first member of upper management. And now Mallow insists on pressing this button instead of going into the next room.
Mallow, please.
Come on, Mallow, this is time loss.
This is also time loss.
Toad, why are you here?
Toad, please.
Literally, how are you here?
That's also a good question. I don't have a good answer.
You have no reason.
He's gonna give you a rock candy.
And while I'm here, I might as well here.
Sure. Can never be too safe.
And now we have the second member of the management team, a manager.
If this was an Earthbound game, this boss would definitely be called Middle Manager.
So if you get really good damage rolls there, you can actually skip a turn. But Gino, I guess, rolled low.
On the plus side, he didn't counterattack,
Yep.
so that was good.
A win is a win.
The last level up for Mallow.
Hats for Bowser.
All right. Director. This is the boss that Void spent 6 days fighting at AGDQ, doing literally nothing else. In the practice room, just fighting Director.
Sleepy time sighting.
So, sleeping enemies do not wake up from magic attacks. Like getting jumped on, or getting hit by a lightning bolt.
They sleep right through it.
Well, goodbye that Poundette.
Heck, that Poundette specifically.
Ah,
Well, that's not fair.
that's fine. They're not very strong. Okay. Yeah, miscounted turns, but it works out.
Is there a second for a quick donation?
Yeah, go for it.
There is a $25 donation from Buffoon saying, "Who's going to match me?" Which means we're $25 off of 4K before the end of this run. We're so close.
Yeah, this next fight against the Director is honestly probably even easier than any of the others. So, have you ever tried to put a tank to sleep?
Why, yes. During the speedrun.
It works pretty well.
Yep.
No, Gino, you don't get to attack. Awkward. That's fine.
Got there. Oh, he's awake.
Oh no.
Guess that means you can use physical attacks again. This is the last level up. Last chance to dance, everybody.
Bowser, why are you leveling up?
Bowser always gets the last laugh.
Yeah, Mario is actually a higher level than he normally would be because of a couple extra encounters. But that honestly works out fine. It just means he gets to hit even harder on Smithy.
We are going into that final fight right now, so...
Last chance to donate. I can talk for sure.
So I think the biggest things to mention about this fight is it is a two-phase fight. I believe phase one is going to go very quickly because it has less hit points.
Yep.
And you're going to really boost yourself up. And then phase two might be a little bit more of a grind, but depending on what forms we get, they all have weaknesses that we can exploit.
Yeah.
And,
Notably on Breezy, because we do more damage and Smithy has less health, he actually transforms more randomly in phase two than he would on, say, normal difficulty.
This is also the first time we've seen Smithy the entire game.
Yeah, he's just been here.
He's been pounding away.
So, this is a great chance to use some items. Specifically, these ones. Okay.
Thanks.
Sure. That's definitely the freebie that I needed. Okay, that works out really well. He could Meteor Swarm there, and that might have been scary, but because of the Party Bracer, I would have been fine anyway.
Alright.
And that's the phase. Yeah, he used mostly his weak attacks, so I wasn't really worried about my health. And going into phase 2, it's not that big of a deal, because we get a bunch of free attacks. We're going to be able to attack with Mallow, Geno, and then Mario, Mallow, Geno again, before Smithy even does a single attack.
Not gonna know what hit him.
So Smithy 2 has 7,200 HP on Breezy difficulty. And just take a look at how much damage we're doing. Puny ants.
Just has a different definition of the word puny.
Yeah, these numbers aren't very high. I don't know what you're talking about.
And
Also that one.
just a nice, around a little over 2,000 damage before he gets to do anything.
Yeah.
And all he does is turn into a tank.
Which is weak to thunder.
Pretty inconvenient for him. Where is my cola?
There you go. Sure, have another one.
It kind of works out with FP to just use it there.
Yeah.
Because Geno's not really doing anything to tank head. Other than this.
Yeah. Throws a mean rock candy.
Really efficient at doing so. Oh, early transform. Okay.
Oh, that was totally unnecessary, Smithy.
That was a really cool turn.
We're all very impressed.
He did a great job.
He's just under pressure. He's performing for a lot of people right now.
That's fine. Let me get some FP back. He is probably pretty close to dead.
I was gonna say you've got like less than 1,000, I think.
Yep.
Yep. All right. Well, that's the
Yeah, that's Smithy.
that's the stuff.
I guess he just decided not to show any other forms.
Yep.
He has 3 other things he can do there. Mage Head's kind of scary just because it does so much damage. And then Casket Head would have been very slow.
That worked out fine that he just decided to be a tank the whole time. So.
Yeah, that's honestly pretty ideal.
Yep.
So, thank you all for watching. Time will be coming up in about a minute.
Yep. We're gonna get to the last dialogue box of the run.
But yeah, I stream 5 days a week, mostly randomizers on the weekends, and then a lot of Mario RPG and Zelda speedruns. So, that's me.
Oh, Phantom is awesome. This has been fun. I'm Moonblaze Wolf. I also stream I've been traveling a lot lately, so I haven't been streaming as regularly, but I normally stream 3 days a week on Twitch. I speedrun a lot of different RPGs, a mix of indies and stuff like this, so I will actually be running... I'm going to quickly shout out myself. I will be running this game in our Fastest Furs at FWA Marathon in 2.5 weeks. So if you want to see this run there, and another live marathon, you can come check that out. So
Time is on the next black screen here. And time.
GG's.
Nicely done. Good run.
Yeah. Thank you all for having me. It's been fun.
Yeah. Do you know for Smash?